That's odd. Sir, can you come in for a second?
Yes, Airman. What is it?
Well, sir, for about the last 6 minutes I've been having glitches on my screen. But these are a pattern and frequency I've never seen before.
Why did you wait 6 minutes to tell someone?
Well, sir, that might be part of a new computer system upgrade. A lot of people around basement are having problems.
Tell you what, I'll take it from here, Airman. Take the rest of the afternoon off.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is Major Stevens. Get me the Pentagon.
Well, gentlemen, about this alien issue, before I take this information any further, I'm going to need proof. And I mean hard evidence. There is absolutely no way that I'm going to call the President of the United States if all I have to go on is speculation.
Sir, the proof is undeniable. The signals that were monitored at Wright-Patterson were also picked up at Langley.
Colonel, do you realize that you are talking about first contact with an alien race outside our solar system?
Actually, sir, what we found most surprising is that it's coming from our own solar system.
Where?
Pluto, sir.
Pluto?
Sir, we know very little about that part of our solar system.
Hell, the Hubble telescope has yet to give us real clear photos of Pluto or its moon Charon.
Gentlemen, the last time I heard, Pluto was extremely small and extremely cold. Now you tell me, given that information, what possible kind of intelligent life could that planet have?
We don't know, General. We have some of our best scientists at Langley trying to decode their messages now. Until we're able to decipher those, we have no way of knowing anything about them or what their intentions are.
Gentlemen, we're at a crossroads. Should we attack or shouldn't we?
Blue Span,
we've been involved in many bloody conflicts throughout our history, and I can't think of a time when anyone was better off because of war.
We don't have a choice anymore. This planet's nothing more than a frozen rock in space. The fact that our people have survived is a miracle in itself. We've tapped out all the limited resources this place has to offer. We've been over all the other planets in this solar system at least 1,000,000 times. We can't go venturing out into space. Our ship couldn't withstand it, and you know it. Earth is the only viable solution.
How long have you considered yourself an invader?
Never. I consider myself a survivor.
Gentlemen, please. Now, I understand your frustration, but this is how I see it. Now, I love Pluto. It's the only home I've ever known. But it's colder than a witch's kitty here. I mean, it's 87 degrees in Miami right now. But if we just showed up there and said, here we are, and this is our problem, well, how do you think we'd be received by their government and their people? They can't even get along with themselves. On the other hand, if we go in with an all-out attack, it would be quick and painless for them. If not, we put ourselves in jeopardy. Well, I guess you guys are right. Of course we're right. Gentlemen, it's only a matter of time until we'll be living it up on the planet Earth.
Daddy, do you believe in aliens?
I'm sorry, honey, what?
Do you think we're alone in the universe?
Well, I don't know. It's a pretty big universe. I'd say there's a good chance we're not. What do you think?
I think there has to be. I don't think there are Martians or anything, but somewhere. Yeah, there has to be.
General, we have to go public with this. I think we need to consider the surprise factor. People could really panic if they start seeing or hearing things.
Colonel, what you say makes perfect sense. But consider the other side of that argument. If this information becomes public knowledge, there are those people who might think that it was an omen that the world was coming to an end. Other people might begin to doubt their basic religious beliefs. We could have mass suicides on our hands. And then let's not forget the Y2K scare. Remember all those people who began hoarding food, clothing, medical supplies, guns, and ammunition? No, Colonel, I think that if the military released this information, we would see a worldwide panic unlike anything we've ever seen before. Now, the decision to release this information belongs to the President. And I just hope to God he makes the right choice.
Good afternoon. Mark Ebert reporting. We've just been informed that the President of the United States will address the nation in approximately 1 minute. We haven't been told what the President's speech will be about. We were, however, informed that it is very important and that every American should listen very carefully. Okay, we go now live to the President of the United States.
Good evening. My fellow Americans, I never thought I would have to address you on the following subject matter, and it is with great excitement that I do. Yesterday, at 2:43 Eastern Standard Time, our best scientists working for the government at secluded sites received messages from a species that is not of this earth. I know this is a lot to take in. However, I thought it would be best to allow you all to absorb the significance of these events. As more information becomes available, you will be kept informed with the greatest accuracy as to what, if anything, shall come of this historic event. What we do know is that our question has finally been answered. Are we alone? The answer is no, we are not. Let's take this time to pray for the best and hope that this is the beginning of new possibilities for all Americans and every human on Earth. Thank you for watching, and God bless the United States of America.
What? They didn't even tell us where they're from. They didn't even tell us if they were nice or not.
They may not know yet, Jimmy.
What do you think, Jack?
I don't know, but I think it'd be best if we went up to Mom and Dad's farmhouse until we do.
Today we can expect very cloudy skies with a high temperature of about 237 degrees below zero. Roads are very icy as always, so take it a little easy on your way into work. And stay tuned. I'll have my complete 5-day forecast coming up. Claudette?
Thanks, Plurry. Now for today's top story. The President has said that our mission to Earth could be in a matter of days. Exactly what approach we are going to take has not yet been determined, according to Pluspan, leader of military intelligence.
As soon as we are clear on our mission and objectives, the Plutonian people will be addressed by the President.
Do you think the timing of this mission has anything to do with the President's personal problems?
Absolutely not. Thank you.
Platt?
Thanks, Claudette. And now the President is about to address the Plutonian people. We are told that he might, and underline might, admit that he had an affair with Ice House intern Miss Lewinsky.
Good evening. I'm standing before you tonight in the map room, the same room that, as you know, I gave my deposition testimony in yesterday. That is something that no Plutonian should ever do. Indeed, I did have a relationship with Miss Lewinsky that was inappropriate. In fact, it was wrong. It constituted an error in judgment on my part. I misled people, including even my wife. I deeply regret that. Too many people have been hurt. Now, it's time to move on and put this behind us. And now, it's between me, God, and my family. And I will do everything in my power to gain back their respect. Thank you for watching.
Gentlemen, I've decided to put all the men on alert.
Well, this is it.
Yeah.
So what is our strategy with all of this?
What do you mean?
Well, are we going to have an all-out attack, or are we going to take a more laid-back approach?
What do you mean by a laid-back approach, Blue Rock?
Well, sir, obviously, if we go in with our fists up, they'll know we came to fight. But if we go in and take a placid approach, we would meet with little or no resistance. I mean, they wouldn't know what was going on.
For the first time since I've known you, Blue Lock, I agree with you.
You do?
Yeah. Well, we thought it would be really bad to even target their large cities.
Well, what are we going to target?
Just a small town, perhaps a modest-sized city. And we've decided to use the Plusarian effect. Yes, once it's in the air and dispersed all over the Earth, the aging process will begin. And within 6 weeks, every human being on Earth will be dead from old age.
Well, that sounds a little inhuman.
Well, one thing's for sure. It will be inhuman.
Keep in mind, Blue Lock, if we were to go in there and wipe them all out, we'd pretty much have to destroy Earth.
Yes, and if we did that, what good would it be to make Earth our new home?
So dropping plutonium is out?
Absolutely.
Well, that's good to hear.
Gentlemen, I suggest the two of you spend the evening with your families. We will be leaving first thing tomorrow morning.
Yes, sir.
So how was your day, dear?
Very exhausting.
Well, it's been all over the news that we're attacking Earth.
What exactly did they say?
Well, the President admitted he had an affair.
About Earth, honey.
Oh, well, it was pretty vague. It was about 20 seconds long. They said we may be leaving for Earth in a matter of days.
In fact, it's true, and I was getting ready to tell you that. I leave in the morning for Earth.
Tomorrow? Why are you telling me this now?
You know the kind of work that I do. I just didn't expect it to be this soon. And I just found out this evening. Don't cry, dear. The trip to Earth is only 4 days. I've just learned that our mission shouldn't take no longer than a month or so. Before you know it, I'll be back for you. And we'll be leaving for good to start our new life on Earth.
What if something goes wrong?
Don't worry. Everything's going to be fine.
My friends, I've never enjoyed long speeches, so I'm going to make this short and to the point. If circumstances were different, we wouldn't be doing this. We simply don't have a choice. So always remember that. Keep your families in mind, and also, of course, the warmer Earth weather.
Colonel, I want our pilots to remain on full alert status until I say otherwise.
Yes, sir.
I don't want to sound melodramatic about this, but based on what we've seen so far, I think it's better if we're a little overly cautious.
I agree, General. I think it's better to be safe than to be sorry.
Well, that's what being in the military is all about, I guess. You have to be ready for anything at any time, including something as far out as this. Believe me, Colonel, when this whole thing is over, I hope it turns out to be nothing at all.
Are the thrusters functional?
Yes, sir, they are.
Then take us to Earth.
Yes, sir.
Okay, who knows? I know. Pluto. That's right, Stephanie, very good. Pluto is the 9th planet from the Sun, sometimes the 8th. Why's that? Well, Neptune and Pluto alternate in who's out the farthest, but it's usually Pluto. Neptune's out for only 20 years at a time, while Pluto's out for cycles that last for over 200 years.
Is Pluto the coldest planet?
Yes, Tommy. Pluto's average temperature is not well known, but it's figured to be between negative 228 and negative 238 degrees Celsius, on average.
That's pretty cold.
Yeah, Tommy, it is.
Is there life on Pluto, Miss Wilson?
No, Stephanie. There's no life on Pluto.
How much longer till we reach Earth?
At present speed, 3 days, 2 hours, sir.
Excellent. Well, in 74 hours, our mission will be over.
74 hours, we'll be reaching Earth, but our mission will just be beginning.
Hi, son.
Hey, Mom, Dad, how are you?
Good to see you, honey.
Yeah, good to be here.
How was the trip?
The trip was smooth. Hey, anything new on the news yet?
Nah, same old, nothing new.
Nah, it's good that you're here, honey. Jimmy, hi, sweetheart. How are you?
How you doing there?
Carol, you look great.
Oh, so do you too.
Well, come on, I got some cookies for you. I made them especially for you.
Hi, Tommy.
Hi, Mrs. Klein. Is Stephanie home?
Sure, Tommy. Just 1 second. I'll get her for you, but let me put the dog up first. Come on in, Tommy.
Thanks, Mrs. Klein.
It's good to see you. How's school been going for you?
Pretty good.
Oh, that's good. Stephanie should be right down. She's just cleaning out her hamster's cage. Can I get you something to drink?
No, I'm fine, thank you.
Okay. Oh, here she is now.
Thanks, Mom. Hi, Tommy. How are you?
Good, thanks. I wanted to just stop by real quick to talk to you about class today.
Well, I'll leave you two alone so you can talk. It was great seeing you again, Tommy.
You too, Mrs. Klein.
Thanks, Mom.
Sure, honey.
What did you want to ask me about class?
Well, in Miss Wilson's class earlier today, we started talking about the planets.
Yeah, so?
Well, I just wanted to tell you that I thought what you asked could be true, about Pluto and all.
About life on Pluto?
Yeah.
Why do you say that?
I don't know, just a hunch, I guess. I didn't think it was nice when everyone laughed at you.
Well, thanks, Tommy. I don't care what they think. Like you said, maybe it's just a hunch. But we're all entitled to our opinions, aren't we?
Yeah.
Hey, Jackson, you getting ready to go up?
Yeah, here in a few. What about you?
Yeah, the same. You know, I've spent more time in my bird lately than I have in my own apartment.
Yeah, I hear you. I saw our flight schedule for this week. Man, it's busy.
Yeah, I know. Can't wait till we start group training next week.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what we're doing next.
Well, catch you later, Jackson.
Later, Stan.
I hope these exercises turn out to be nothing but that. Exercises. I've been in the military 31 years, and I've had my share of combat missions. But I have to tell you, this one scares me because I don't know what we're up against out there. I'll tell you, Freddie, when this is all over, I hope it turns out to be nothing at all.
Planet Earth, 2 minutes, sir. Good. We're probably already being probed by their satellites. Activate the Pluto go.
Yes, sir. Sir, we're about to enter Earth's orbit.
Go ahead and fly her in manually.
Yes, sir. Well, we're here.
Yeah, it's about time.
I thought the trip went pretty fast.
Not fast enough.
You're in a hurry to wipe these Earthlings out, aren't you?
No, I'm in a hurry to make this our new home, Plumach. There's a difference.
Yeah, well, the results are still the same.
Come in.
Excuse me, sir. I was told to hand deliver these. They're from General Job's office.
Thank you, son.
You're welcome, sir.
Well, we all thought this might be coming.
Is this what I think it is, Bob?
Those photos were taken earlier this morning by our satellites.
They're here then?
They're here. The big question now is, where are they? One thing's sure, we better find out soon.
Plumach, what can I do for you?
Plumach, it's no secret we've had our differences. I know you don't like me. You don't have to like me. But you better respect me and what we're trying to do and what we're trying to accomplish. I'm not going to tolerate any more of your comments or remarks, especially on the bridge and in front of the men. You're an officer. You're supposed to lead by example. Now, if you can't, I'll find someone who can. Do I make myself clear? Yeah, good.
Plumach, do you actually believe what you're saying?
Sir, I'm telling you, Plumach should be relieved from duty. I've always known his heart wasn't in this, but now I'm starting to have my doubts to the point where I think he could seriously jeopardize our mission. So what do you think we should do?
I, too, have had my doubts as to whether Plumach's heart is really in this. But now I realize it's not a problem. In fact, it could be a great asset for us.
What do you mean?
Well, let me explain. One way to implement our plan is to have an alternate plan.
An alternate plan?
Yes, you see, if Plumach thinks we're going to make peace, he'll have no reason to be so bent out of shape.
Do you think that'll work?
Oh, I know it will work, because I know Plumach.
This is General Estel. What? When? Okay, I'll get with my officers and get back with you shortly. Thank you. Katie, have my officers meet me in conference room A in 5 minutes tops.
Will do, sir.
Thanks. Gentlemen, I apologize for the short notice, but I've just received some very important news. Our government has been contacted by the Plutonians. Now, in their message, they say that their mission here is a peaceful one. They also say that they want to send a representative to meet with officials of our government.
How did they actually get in touch with our government? I mean, communications-wise.
I don't know, Freddie.
Do they speak English?
I don't know that either, Major. Obviously, we were able to understand them. Now, as far as I'm concerned, this changes nothing. Our pilots are to continue to remain on full alert status. And if everything goes the way we hope, then I don't think we're going to be sorry for having played it safe.
I wonder how they'll adapt to Earth's temperature. I think it'd be really great to see the inside of their spaceship, or maybe even what Pluto's like.
I know what you mean. What kid hasn't dreamed about aliens, spaceships, and planets? I can remember watching Star Trek, and then I'd play Star Trek. I was always Captain Kirk, and my brother was Scotty in the engine room, which just meant I was in the living room and he was in the basement.
I did too. Except I always wanted to be Spock.
Spock? Why Spock?
Because he was different and smart as a whip.
The more I think about it, they have a spaceship, which means they can go wherever they want. I don't think their intentions are hostile.
I've been thinking the same thing. They're obviously more advanced than we are. They probably could have annihilated us if they wanted to. Yet they chose to send us messages and then contact our government. If they were out to destroy us, why would they have done those things?
Everything you men say makes perfect sense. Now, they did say in their message that they want to meet with our officials very soon, and I take that to mean in the next several days. So if that's the case, we'll know what their intentions are very soon.
Well, we're at the place we want to be. We've reached Earth. I've contacted the Earthlings to let them know that ours is a peaceful mission. And now we're ready to disperse the Plutarian effect. But first things first. Plumark is going to meet with their representatives tomorrow to get the pertinent information we'll need.
Where is Plumark anyway?
First of all, he's busy. Secondly, who are you to interrupt me while I'm explaining our mission?
Sir, I'm sorry. I meant no disrespect.
Well, it's a little late for that. If you want to run the show, that's fine. But in the meantime, I think you'd better learn who your superiors are. Where was I? Ah, yes, Plumark. Plumark will play the role of the good guy alien, out to help any way he can. Yes, we will promise to share with them the fruits of our knowledge in exchange for information about the molecular atmosphere of their planet. We will express concern over their safety because of the depletion of the ozone layer. Now, for the Plutarian effect to be 100% effective, we must have a complete breakdown of the molecular structure of their atmosphere. Plumark is meeting with the representatives tomorrow. We will keep you abreast of developments as they occur. This meeting is over. Plumar, I need to speak to you in private.
Yes, sir.
Plumark!
Plumark, meet Plumar and me in the Plu Room as soon as possible.
Yes, sir.
Everything is proceeding just as I had planned.
Oh, it feels good to be out in the country again.
Feels better to be shooting off these guns.
Yeah. Hey, you know, Mom says you have a whole cellar stocked with food already.
Hey, I'm prepared for the worst. I'm not trusting like most people. You know that.
Yeah. You know, the one thing I haven't heard yet is, where are they right now?
You mean up in the sky?
Well, hell, anywhere. I mean, they contacted our government. They said they're going to have a meeting, but where is their ship?
Yeah, I've been wondering the same thing. Well, I'll tell you one thing's for sure. If these aliens aren't nice, the Harpole family's going to be ready for them.
Yeah, you bet.
More pasta, honey? Oh, no, thanks, Mom. I'm full. Okay.
Steph, your astronomy teacher called me at work today. She said the local news wants to do an article on you.
Really? What for?
She told me that you'd asked her just a few days ago if there could be life on Pluto.
Honey, with everything that has happened in the last couple of days, that is an extraordinary coincidence.
Nellie, I think we may have a psychic on our hands.
How in the world did you know that, Steph?
I don't know. It's something I felt.
You wanted to see me, sir?
Yes, Plumark.
How are you doing, Plumark? Fine, thanks.
Plumark, we've called you here for a very important reason.
Really? What's that?
Well, first of all, our mission has changed. And we think you'll like the sound of it.
What's changed?
Well, we've decided to make peace with the Earthlings. And we want you to be our peace negotiator.
You're kidding. I mean, that's great. What brought this all about?
Well, peace is always the best way. And besides, there's room enough here for all of us.
This planet isn't very big, and there are over 6 billion Earthlings. Where would we live?
Stuff like that'll be figured out later. Yes, we'll worry about that later, but right now, let's be concerned about the peace process. Are you interested?
Of course. I'd be proud to represent our people.
We knew that you would.
Jack, you know I don't like guns. For the sake of the family, please don't take them.
It's for the sake of the family that I am taking it.
Jack, we haven't had any indication these aliens are to be feared. On the evening news, they said they're meeting with representatives from our government perhaps in the next day or two.
Barbara, at times like this, you can't take any chances. Look, it's not like we're taking these guns and going out and just shooting them off for the fun of it. We're taking them for protection.
Yeah, we probably won't even take them out of the car or the house unless we have to.
Jack, what are you gonna do? Shoot a hole in the spaceship?
Yeah. Someday.
That'll work.
How's everyone doing?
Hello. Hi, Fred. Hi, Bob.
How you guys doing?
Real good. How about yourselves?
Not too shabby, just getting out and doing a little yard work while the weather's nice.
Tony, I could not believe that article I read about Stephanie in the paper. How in the world does she have a feeling about that?
Your guess is as good as ours. Isn't that crazy?
Hey, tell Stephanie I'd like to know what tomorrow's winning lottery numbers are going to be.
Yeah, really.
So, what's the latest news, guys? I'm not talking about what's on TV. I mean, what's really happening?
You know as much as we do.
And you know how it is, Tony. Even if we did know anything, we couldn't tell you anyway.
Well, Marge probably has dinner on the table, so I better be going.
Yeah, me too. Well, look, everyone, take care. Fred, see you tomorrow.
You too, Bob.
Have a good one.
Take care.
We'll see you later.
This is going to be much easier than I ever imagined.
What makes you say that?
Well, Plumark is scheduled to meet with their representatives tomorrow. And once we get the readout of their planet's molecular structure, we'll implement our plan. And that will be that.
Well, I hope you're right, sir, and I hope it's going to be as easy as you think it's going to be.
Oh, I've even added what the Earthlings would call a human touch.
What are you talking about?
Well, if we're going to seem peaceful and trusting, we need to embrace one of their own.
Who?
Well, one thing I know about the Earthlings is that they're very protective and caring toward their young. Now, as you know, we've been monitoring the Earthlings for some time in order to gain more knowledge about them. One of the men read a newspaper article in where a little girl knew we were on Pluto before we ever arrived here. Now, I'm interested in how the heck she knew that.
That's odd. Who is she?
Well, it says that her name is Stephanie Klein.
If she has telepathic powers like the Mechlons of the Deltafo galaxy, she must be destroyed. She may well know what we're doing here, and if she lets the Earthlings know, it could seriously jeopardize our mission.
You're exactly right. That's why I've contacted the representatives to tell them how touched we are by the story. Also, when Plumark meets with him tomorrow, the little girl will join him as a sign of interstellar peace. In fact, her family has even been contacted to make sure that she's there.
Good.
Well, just relax, Plumark. Whose turn is it to lead anyway?
Your turn, sir.
Okay.
I'll go see who it is.
May I help you?
Hi, Mrs. Klein. I'm Agent Reese. This is Agent Eggleton. We're from the FBI.
What's the problem?
There's no problem now. We would like to speak to you and your daughter.
What's going on here?
They're from the FBI. They'd like to speak with us and Steph.
What about?
We've got some very exciting news for you.
Well, come on in.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Who are these people?
They work with the government, honey. What it is they want is yet to be determined.
Well, Mr. Klein, we're here to speak with you and your family about a very historic thing.
Well, what is it?
Your daughter, Stephanie?
Well, what about me?
Well, Stephanie, I think the article in the paper is more of a story than you realize.
What are you saying?
The government sent us here to ask your daughter to be one of the representatives from planet Earth.
That's all?
The representative of theirs by the name of Plumark is meeting with the government officials tomorrow. We were told that they would very much like your daughter to be there.
That's unbelievable.
Does this mean I get to go aboard their ship?
I don't think so. We were told that it would happen here on Earth in a secluded location. Of course, you two are invited along to accompany your daughter.
How's that sound?
What do you think, Steph?
I definitely want to do it.
Tony?
course, we'll do anything we can.
Excellent. Get anything you may want to take along, and we'll be on our way.
What are you looking at, dear?
Oh, I thought I heard a cat crying outside, honey, but I don't see one. There is something interesting, though. There's a car parked over in the Klein's driveway.
What's so weird about that?
It's not weird, it's sort of interesting. I think I recognize one of the guys that got out of that car. It looked like Keith Eggleton, and he's FBI. I wonder what's going on over there. Maybe I'll run into Tony, see if I can find out what's happening. Hey, Tony.
Hey, Bob, how you doing?
Not too bad. Hey, quick question for you. A little while ago, I told my wife that I thought I recognized one of the guys in the car. Turns out I was right. What the hell are the feds doing over at your place?
Well, Bob, you know as much as I do. If I did know more, I couldn't tell you.
Thanks, Tony. Asshole.
I didn't see who was in the car.
I didn't either. Well, we're here. Let's get unpacked and get inside. And, I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm starving.
Can we have pizza, Mom?
We'll see. You help Grandma and Grandpa get their stuff in the house, and I'll make sure you get your favorite.
You mean pepperoni pizza?
Yeah, we can get one with pepperoni.
You guys are going to have to excuse me. Pluspan just walked in, and he's calling me over to talk to him. I'll see you guys later.
Well, good luck with everything, Plumach. I know you'll do fine.
Thanks.
Good luck, Plumach.
Thanks. You wanted to see me, sir?
Yes, I have some very good news for you, Plumach. The Earthlings are very excited about tomorrow's meeting. In fact, they've asked a little child to come along as a show of interstellar peace. Now, I want you to befriend this little girl. I want you to find out all you can about her. After all, if we're going to live on this planet, we need to find out firsthand what it's going to be like. And besides, when our people get here, she could be a good example for our children to learn from.
Learn from, I agree. To be used as an example, we'll have to wait and see.
Now, Plumach, remember, we're counting on you to show these people what we're about. Don't let me or your people down.
I'll do everything in my power to represent our people with the greatest honesty and pride and leadership that I know how, sir.
I know you will, Plumach. That's why I put my faith and trust in you.
Thank you, sir.
That was good pizza.
Yeah, we usually order from there. I know you and Mom can't have spicy food, and they seem to cater pretty well to special orders.
I'm sorry you didn't get to meet the Kleins tonight. They're really nice people. I was going to invite them over.
Do the Plights have a daughter named Stephanie?
Yeah, why?
Well, in this article, it's about a Stephanie Klein, and the address is close to yours.
Let me see that.
It's right there.
Jack, listen to this. It says the other day, in astronomy class, Stephanie Klein asked her teacher if there could be life on Pluto.
What are you talking about?
Oh. This is crazy.
You two go out of town for a few days, and look what happens.
She was probably making the whole thing up.
No, Jimmy, it says... She said this before we were contacted and visited by them.
Huh. We're going to have to go over tomorrow and speak to Tony and Nellie and find out what Stephanie talked about.
I thought you were coming right back in after you took out the trash.
Actually, honey, I stopped to get my big screwdriver.
So did you find out anything?
No, Tony was pretty evasive. But I was able to confirm that that was Keith Eggleton of the FBI. You know the interesting thing, though? The car that they came in had absolutely no government markings whatsoever.
The FBI? What do you think they wanted?
Well, it'll be easy enough for me to find out, but I think it had something to do with Stephanie because she left with them.
By herself?
No, Tony and Nellie went along too.
Bob, I bet her being in the paper recently might have something to do with it.
Do you think so?
What else could it be?
Well, now that you mention it, you're probably right. But what would the government want with a little girl?
Maybe there's more to the story than what was written in the paper.
Well, I'll find out tomorrow and let you know.
Just want you to know, Stephanie, you have nothing to be nervous about. This is a great honor for you and your family.
I'm not nervous. I'm excited.
Very good.
I think it's her father and I are the ones who are nervous.
How much longer till we get to the location?
We have several more hours ahead of us, so you should try to rest. I know it's hard in the back seat of a car, but we'll stop and get something to eat and rest for the night.
Well, Plumach's already called it a night. I don't know if he's tired as much as he is nervous. He's going to be very upset when he finds out the truth. But once this issue's over, I think he'll understand why we chose this path.
You know, I really don't care what he thinks. And if he has a problem with it, I'll zap his ass. Now, as soon as you get back with the information we need, we're going to get this show on the road.
Well, in addition to Plumach and myself, who else is going to go down to the surface?
Just the two of you, and perhaps a couple of security guards. We don't need any more than that. And you're not going down there to be social. You let Plumach do the talking. You just greet them and then keep more or less to yourself.
Understood. Well, we leave in about 7 hours, so I'm going to go get some rest. Is everything okay, or is there something wrong?
Why do you ask?
You don't seem to be your usual self.
No. I'm fine. I just have really bad gas. My stomach is killing me.
You've been eating plutonian ice pulps again, haven't you?
Yes, I have. But not a word to the doc.
Don't worry, sir. Your secret's safe with me.
Oh.
Why me? Gosh, I hope I don't screw this up. I'll never have a chance to prove myself like I will tomorrow. All I've ever wanted to do is something meaningful that has an impact on others for the better. The historical significance of tomorrow is more than one individual should ever have to endure alone.
You're not alone. You're not alone.
Steph, we're right here. Who's not alone?
Are you okay, honey?
I'm fine. I'm just dreaming.
Here's where we're going to be staying.
Before we settle down for the night, let's get something good to eat.
Well, we appreciate the offer, but we had dinner just before you two arrived.
Yeah, we're fine. What about you, Steph? You think you can stand to eat a little something?
No thanks. I'm fine.
Okay then. Agent Edlington and I haven't had anything to eat since this morning. We'll get you guys settled in, then we'll go down and get a bite to eat. And then in the morning they have a good breakfast bar. Then we'll just get a good breakfast and we'll be on our way.
That'll be great. What time are we leaving in the morning?
We'll be by to get you at 6 a.m. Be sure you're ready to leave at that time.
That won't be a problem.
About how much longer do you think it's going to take till we get there?
3, maybe 3.5 hours to get there.
Thanks. Dad, what are you doing up so early?
Morning, Jack. Hey, you know me, I'm an early riser.
Yeah, but it's not quite 6 a.m. yet. Did you sleep all right?
I slept fine.
So you made a pot of coffee already?
Let me get you a cup. Sure. Did you hear that?
What?
Thought I heard something outside. Oh, sister neighbors. They always leave this early?
Well, they usually leave pretty early, but this is early even for them. They're military officers, and they always seem to be leaving for some reason.
Yeah, I expect so.
Oh, I'm sorry, honey. You're here, Tony.
I'll get the door. You ready for this, Steph?
Yeah, Dad.
Okay. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Would you like to come in?
Actually, we'll wait out here, and then we'll go to breakfast.
Then after we have breakfast, we'll be on our way.
Oh, well, all right. We'll be right out.
This meeting was requested to inform you that Plumar, and the rest of the away crew are on the planet. As soon as they return with the data that we requested from the Earthlings, we can immediately begin activating the Plutarian effect.
So what do we do now?
We wait. We're a little early. They should be here shortly. Is anything wrong, Plumar? You seem to be a little on edge.
Not at all. I'm just a little curious as to what these Earthlings are going to be like when we meet them.
Yeah, me too. I guess we'll find out soon enough.
Hello, this is John Westall. Oh, hi, Henry. Hey, I appreciate you getting back with me so fast. What were you able to find out? What? Oh, Henry, she's only a little girl. Well, where was this meeting? Well, I suppose if you're going to have a secret meeting, that's about as good a place as any. I mean, it is about 5 miles east of the middle of nowhere. Yeah. Yeah, I understand. Okay, Henry, well, look, I appreciate you getting back with me so fast. Is there anything I can do for you? No, Henry, the last I heard, we weren't having any kind of a clearance sale on used fighter aircraft. Of course, you'll be the first to know. Yeah, Henry, thanks again. I'll talk to you later. Goodbye.
Well, according to Plumox, everything is going great. He said Pluspan has sent him out to propose peace to the Earthlings, so we'll see.
You don't think it's all a big lie?
What do you mean?
Clammy, you know how Pluspan is always on those power trips. It's only through our past history that he's even ever read about a great battle that people were involved in. Yeah, he was born here, but he's never been a part of anything like that. I just hope he doesn't do anything to destroy a chance of peace because of his crazy ambitions.
Yeah, I know. Excuse me, I'll get that. It's probably Pelissa.
There they are.
How long do you think this will take?
Does it matter, Plumar? This is something you should be more excited about.
Yeah, right. Pluspan said that the young girl will be with them and that they'll be on unmarked government vehicles.
Apparently they wanted to keep it as low-key as possible.
Let's just get the information we need as soon as possible and we'll be on our way.
Okay, Plumar. Please remember to treat them with respect.
No problem, Plumock.
All right, guys. We'll be at our destination in about 2 minutes.
Yes, I am Plumock.
Welcome. Welcome to planet Earth.
Thank you. It's a privilege to meet all of you. This is Plumar, our lead science officer.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Plumar.
Likewise, we have a lot of questions for you.
We have a lot of questions for you, too.
We'll get to that, Plumar.
Of course.
Actually, personally, I have more questions than I could possibly even begin to cover with you guys, but since I'm here in my official capacity, I'd like to give you the information that you requested about our Earth's atmosphere. Reynolds?
Yes, sir.
Give him the report.
I want you to know how much we appreciate you allowing us to do this for you.
Oh.
Your planet is facing a grim future, unless there can be a way to solve your ozone layer's depletion.
That's absolutely true, and we have no technology
Sir,
to cover.
pardon the interruption, but the Klein family is pulling in.
Thanks, Reynolds.
So this is the Stephanie Klein we've heard so much about.
Yes, it is. And it's my understanding that she has a pretty keen insight on your people. But about what you were saying a moment ago, Plumock, I want you to know that we of the United States government and the people of the planet Earth really appreciate what you're doing for us.
We're happy to help in any way we can.
Thank you.
Plumock, if you and your colleagues would excuse me, I'll go and introduce myself to the Klein family and then bring them over here and have them meet you.
Of course. Plumar.
What?
Can you relax? Try not to pressure this young girl like you did the others.
I wasn't pressuring them. We came here to get information and answers, and that's all I'm trying to do.
Yes, but try not to make it look so obvious. This is their planet. Least you could do is show them some respect.
If you'll excuse me, gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you to Stephanie Klein and her family. Stephanie, let me introduce Plumock and Plumar. Gentlemen, let me present Stephanie Klein and her parents.
Well, Stephanie, it is certainly a privilege to meet you and your family.
You'll have to forgive me. I'm very nervous.
There's no need to be. We mean you no harm.
Oh, I know that. It's just this is the first time in the history of our world that anyone has ever seen another being from another planet.
It's probably a pretty common thing for your people, huh?
Actually, no, this is the first time for us as well. Pluto is not our home, but we lived there our entire lives. You're the first alien beings that we too have ever encountered.
Why is your ship up there right now?
Well, how do you know where it is, Stephanie?
Well, if it wasn't, we could all see it, couldn't we?
Listen, all of your questions will be answered soon. We'll explain to you where we're from and how we're capable of exploring space. In the meantime, my associates and I are going to excuse ourselves and head over to our pickup site. Plumock will wait for you over at the site. It was nice meeting all of you.
Why was Plumar in such a bad mood?
Stephanie, Plumar is always in a bad mood. Don't take how he acted to heart. So please tell me more about yourself. I heard all about your visions you had of us before we even arrived here. I'm interested to know how you knew all this.
All I can say is that I have these visions in my head, and then they come true. You seem nice, Plumar, but I don't trust Plumar. He doesn't seem sincere at all.
Let me assure you, Stephanie, that my people are here on a mission of peace to help your world. I give you my word on that. For Plumar, all I can say is I know he can come off as a little cold, but his intentions are good.
Do you promise?
I promise. Well, I hate to cut this short, but my people will want to analyze the information that you gave to us. We'll meet again very soon and talk about ourselves and yourselves. It's going to be nice finding out more about each other.
Indeed it will. Thanks again, Plumock. It was an honor to meet you.
It was an honor for me as well. Stephanie, Mr. and Mrs. Klein, take care. It was nice meeting you all.
I wonder if we'll ever get to meet him again.
I doubt it, Mrs. Klein. I think this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for you and your family.
I don't believe that. I think we'll see him again, and soon.
Well, you never know, Stephanie. And again, we appreciate you and your parents agreeing to do this. And if, however, for some reason, they want to see you again, then we'll let you know.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Klein. Well, I guess it's best if we're all on our way now. Mr. Klein, we're ready to take you and your family home now.
Thank you, Agent Lease.
Sir, Plumar and the security officers are on their way back up. I guess Plumock will be a while longer. He is still talking with the Earthlings.
Well, are you gentlemen pumped? As soon as they get back, we begin analyzing the information. Tomorrow morning, we start to use the Plutarian effect.
I think one of the first things I want to do is sit on one of Earth's nice beaches.
It will be endless as to what we can do. I was just thinking the other day. From here on out, whenever I go ice fishing, there will actually be fish.
That was a bad joke, sir.
That was not a joke. That's been a reality all my life. Come here, you smart-ass punk!
Sir, I meant no disrespect.
You watch it, Buster. I'll zap your ass!
Hey, what's going on here?
You heard me. Never mind about this. Do you have what we need?
Yes, though we left without Plumock.
Why?
I didn't want to wait for him. He kept gabbing with the Earthlings.
Plumar, come with me. You tell Plumock to report to the Plu Room as soon as he checks back in.
Yes, sir.
So, how was it?
It was weird. Plumock never ceases to amaze me.
What did he do now?
Just the way he is in general. It was to the point where I thought he was going to invite them up for tea and plutonian ice crackers.
Speaking of which, we're out again. Which is another reason to get this over with as soon as possible. I'm tired of eating the same thing over and over again. Tomorrow morning, first thing, we're activating the Plutarian effect.
Good.
Now, tell me about the Klein girl.
Nothing to report. It was just a weird coincidence.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, good.
So, how do you think Plumock's going to react when he finds out the truth?
I really don't care. And if he has a problem with it, I'll zap his ass.
Hi, honey.
Hi, dear. So did you find anything out?
Oh, yes, and you are going to be shocked.
Well, what is it?
Apparently you were right about Stephanie. She and her parents went with those government agents to actually meet with the Plutonians.
But why?
Well, apparently they were intrigued by her story and wanted to meet her. But I have a gut feeling that they felt threatened by what she knew about them. I think when the Clydes get home, I'm going to go pay them a visit.
You said you were going to be waiting for me at the site. Why did you leave without me?
I didn't feel like standing around waiting for you. You kept wanting to make small talk.
Whatever, Plumar. I want to thank you for what you've done, Plumark. But we think it's time to tell you the truth. The truth? Yes, we're not going to make peace with the Earthlings. You were sent down there to get a readout of their atmosphere. We're going to use the Plutarian effect first thing in the morning. You set me up! Why? Why do you want to do this?
You said it yourself, Plumark. There are over 6 billion Earthlings on this little planet. Where would we live?
Well, that's right. Then I didn't say to lie to them. I gave my word to them. And to that little girl. Oh, that little girl. That little girl! Is lying to that little girl more important than all of us? We're talking about our people's survival. You could have gone about this a different way. Sure, it would have been crowded, but we could all live here in peace. The Antarctic isn't inhabited except for animals, and it's a lot warmer than where we've been. I'm not going to argue with you about this. You may not like it, but you're going to have to accept it because that's the way it is. You two almost make me feel sorry for you.
Once his family's here, maybe he'll have a change of heart. Maybe.
Well, it doesn't really matter anymore. We got what we came for. And I don't care what he thinks, as long as he doesn't interfere. And if he does, his ass will get zapped. I want you to give me all the information you have on the little Klein girl.
Yes, sir.
Agent Leaf, I have to ask you this.
Yes, ma'am.
Has anyone ever told you you look like Buster Douglas?
Yes, ma'am. We get that all the time. Take care now.
We'll see you.
Tony. Hey, Tony. Wait a minute.
Hey, what's up, Bob?
Tony, quick question for you. What did the Plutonians think of Stephanie?
Excuse me?
Look, I know everything that happened out there today.
Oh, yeah? Well, how'd you find that out, Bob?
Well, let's just say that I have my sources.
I don't think the FBI would appreciate you snooping around secret government matters. I know you work for the government and you're a 2-star general, but it doesn't give you the right to invade my family's privacy.
Look, I know that, Tony, and I'm sorry, but I was concerned for your safety, yours, Nellie's, but most of all, Stephanie's.
Concerned about our safety? Why? They're here on a peaceful mission to save our planet, Bob.
Do you really believe that? You're assuming that everything they're telling you is the truth.
I'm not assuming anything. I guess my question is, why are you so skeptical?
I just find it very difficult to believe that a race of aliens came from all the way out there in space, down here to Earth, to help us humans, and they don't want a thing for it. I told my wife that I think they feel threatened by what Stephanie knew about them. Now, I don't know how she knew it, and they don't know either, but I think that's the real reason why they wanted to meet with her.
Well, I was there the whole time. They didn't do any probing or anything. They were very nice, Bob. And I think it's a shame when a man who's seen war firsthand can't appreciate or be so skeptical of other people's desire for peace.
Tony, you're missing my whole point here.
I guess I am, Bob. You know, I just got in, and it's late, and I'm tired. I'll talk to you later.
All right. Good night, Tony.
Well, they're back. I saw Tony talking to Bob Eskel.
Do you want to go over there and talk with him?
Nah, I think we should wait until tomorrow.
You want to watch the news?
Yeah, sure.
In a statement earlier this evening, the President stated that representatives from our government have already met with the Plutonians and that they are here to help us.
That's right, Mark. Apparently all our earlier thoughts and fears can be laid to rest. The Plutonians have informed our government that they are here to assist in helping to prevent the depletion of the Earth's ozone layer. And once that's completed, they will leave as they came, in peace.
Well, gentlemen, it's Judgment Day. After the tests, we've made our final calculations. After this meeting is over, we will engage the Plutarian effect.
Sir, I'm sorry to interrupt, but we just found out that Plumark has left the ship and went to the surface.
When did he leave?
We think sometime very early this morning, sir.
Very well, soldier. You're dismissed.
Well, this doesn't surprise me at all.
Well, if I ever run into Plumark again, he'll be the one who'll be surprised.
You think he's trying to get in touch with them?
Well, of course he is. Before the Earthlings are wiped out, what other purpose would he have for meeting with them other than to help? Engage the Plutarian effect. That's right. Engage it now.
We'll deal with Plumok later. At least now, we're on our way to wiping out the Earthlings.
Gotta be close by.
Man, things kids wear today.
He's in trouble.
Did you know I was out here, child, or is this just good timing?
I knew.
How? You know, that's not important now. I need to tell you something very important. Take me to your parents. I want them to hear what I have to say.
Okay, follow me.
They aren't actual photos, but did you see the artist's conception of what the Plutonians look like?
Yes, I did. And his conception is right on. He must have gotten his sources from somebody who saw the Plutonians.
Oh, my land. Jack, come here. Look out the window. I'll get the gun. That thing might kill that little girl.
Yeah, I'll get mine too.
For God's sakes, be careful.
It may not want to hurt her. Did you hear me, Jack?
Yes, Carol, I did hear you, but I'm not willing to take a chance on that.
You two stay here and take care of Jimmy.
Be careful.
No! Don't shoot! He's my friend, and he's here to help us.
Help us? Help us with what?
We're going to my parents' home right now. I promise.
Are you sure, Stephanie?
Yes, Mr. Harpool. You've got to believe me.
Dad?
Okay, but if he tries anything funny, he's going to become a permanent resident of that yard, because that's where I'm going to bury him.
Okay, let me just help him up. It's okay, Plumok. They're not going to hurt you. I promise. They were just trying to protect me, because they didn't know any better.
That's understandable. Gentleman, Stephanie was right. I mean her no you any harm. If you want to accompany us to her parents, I'll be happy to explain everything.
Good, because I'd be very interested in hearing what you have to say.
Bob, how long have you been here?
Long enough to hear everything that was said.
Let's all step inside, and I'll explain to you what the situation is and what you're dealing with.
I knew it. I knew it. You had better make sense fast.
I will. Shall we?
What's going on out here? Plumok, what are you doing here?
He's going to get to that, Mom.
Hi, Mr. and Mrs. Klein. It's good to see you again. I just wish the circumstances were different.
What's wrong?
What's your planet like?
Not now, Jimmy.
Yes, son. I want to hear what he has to say first.
It's already happening.
What's already happening?
Dad!
Plumok, are you all right?
For now, Mr. Klein. But my time is near. Just going to have a seat here and everything that's going on.
Oh, no, this can't be. This can't be. Have policeman and Plumar meet me at the Blue Room ASAP.
What's wrong, sir?
Just do it.
Yes, sir. What was so important that you had to speak with us?
Sir, we can't go to the Earth's surface and won't be able to for thousands of years.
What are you talking about?
I checked the latest readings on the Earth's atmosphere to see how the Pulsarian effect was working. What I saw was unbelievable. The components and elements were sabotaged. The Earthlings will never feel an effect from this, but if any of us were to set foot on the planet, we would be dead within hours.
Plumok. He's the only one who could have done this.
There's no way the Earthlings could have, because they would have no idea about the Pulsarian effect's components.
When he came back and acted so surprised about what we told him, he was acting the whole time.
He had a backup plan for us. Well, Plumok's not as gullible as we thought he was.
Well, if he's on that planet, he'll be dead soon. And lucky for him, he takes the easy way out. All right. What do we do about this situation? Can we reverse what he's done?
Sir, that would be impossible without completely ionizing the planet's atmosphere.
And if we can't have it, the Earthlings can't either. I'm going to drop plutonium on every square inch of this planet.
Sir, that would mean we would have to enter Earth's atmosphere. That would leave us open to attack.
Plutspan, he's right.
We finally got this ship working. An attack of any kind could seriously jeopardize our chances of getting home.
Home? Getting home to what? Well, sure, our families are there, but if we return in defeat, We'll live the rest of our lives in shame.
At least we'll be alive. What other choice do we have?
If we can't make Earth our home, then we'll just have to search for our home elsewhere.
Sure, but do you think our ship could withstand such a long journey?
In my opinion, we have no choice. Staying here is not an option. Neither is returning to Pluto. It won't be easy. But at least this time, we won't have someone like Plumac to interfere with us. His name will go down as the worst traitor ever in the galaxy. Let's assemble the men. Let them know what we're up against.
Yes, sir.
Plumac, that's some kind of story. And I guess if nothing bad happens to us, we'll be forever indebted to you.
I'm owed nothing. I want you to know how terribly sorry I am. If Pluspan had gone through with everything that he set out to do, every Earthling on this planet would have died. I couldn't let that happen. Sometimes you have to put others' well-being before yours, and your families, and even your entire people.
What will happen to the people on Pluto?
I don't know. I know that we are better off because of this.
Daddy, help him!
Plumac! He's not breathing. Plumac! Plumac! I'm afraid he's gone.
Look, Tony, I'll go call the feds. I'm also going to get some air power up there, just in case.
Thanks, Bob.
My fellow Americans, we have been through some historical times these last few weeks. As most of you know, we were misled by the Plutonians. Yet, our best interest was kept in mind by at least one of these visitors. His name was Plumac. He gave the ultimate sacrifice to ensure that we here on Earth could continue to live in peace. His decision to reverse what is now known as the Plusarian effect cost him his life and his people's immediate future. His actions helped our Earth's ozone layer's depletion. Plumac will be given a state funeral to be announced at a later time. His death will be remembered with honor, but most importantly, he will be remembered as one of us. Thank you for watching, and God bless the United States of America.
Roger, Command Center. Everything looks clear up here.
Please. Sir, could you speculate why Plumac did what he did?
Why speculate? I don't have an answer as to why he would betray his own people. That's something that Plumac had to live with before he died.
Sir, please over here. Sir, with the elections coming up, others will say that this fiasco might be good for you because it will lessen the Flewinski questions. What is your feeling on the matter?
I admit that what I did was wrong, and I will continue to do so. But I don't think that my trying for re-election should have me answering questions about things that happened in the past. I've acknowledged that what I did was wrong. I want to talk about how we're going to move forward. It doesn't make sense to me to keep regressing to the past. Thank you, and good night.
When are they going to let this go?
Don't let it get you down.